Hello and welcome, and thank you for joining me for another episode. In this episode, we are part two for the Grand Awakening series, and we're picking up where we left off in yesterday's episode at the end where we had become suspended in time. So let's begin. So today, God's saying that if you would like to join along, He's going to provide a way for that. So if you would like to meditate or try and experience along with us, just find a comfortable position and relax. And God just asks for a minute to engage the energy. And so, what He'd like you to do is imagine that you're in a hallway. At the end of the hallway, you can see a door. And we're going to go there in just a minute. The door at the end of the hallway is bright white light. He says, when you're ready, you may move forward and step into the light. So just imagine that you're walking forward, and when you're ready, step into the light. So we're being taken into the quantum field today. And for those of you that may be new to the podcast or new to giving this a try, your energy will be protected if you're not used to feeling these higher levels of energy. It's almost like a shield will be put around you. But you're giving the opportunity to view what's happening. And you'll be able to experience the energy, most likely through myself. Like I'll be proxy for you. Yeah. Okay. I'm being asked to move forward. So I'm walking forward and I can see that God is waiting for me. And I can see, I can feel more. So I can feel all of you behind me. So you may see me walking away. And for some of you that, when I say see, it's more like I sense and I just know I can get an image in my head of what's happening. I'm not seeing with my eyes, I'm seeing with my mind. And I just kind of know where things are and know who they are and general directions and that sort of thing. So I saw my energy sit down in a chair. And it felt like it had like a couple different functions. I mean, at first I kind of felt like it was one of those salon chairs, like the old styler ones that had the hair dryer on the top, the dome that comes down. And I think it does have that. God said it's multi-functions. Okay, so He says, today I want you to pray. And I'm asking him, like, what's going on with this chair? He's like, you'll see. So I kind of felt like it's the driver's seat. And what happened was from behind it, another chair kind of flipped around, like it's on a conveyor belt or they're just appearing. They don't have to be, Earth. They don't have to make sense like as if they were on Earth. So it's almost like I'm creating all of these seats for all of you, but it feels like it's bigger than that. It's for the future as well. Available seats, essentially. And I've moved, like I'm crawling along, like I almost look like a caterpillar or something. I'm as these seats are moving is what I mean. The seats that are attached together. I'm going up a hill. I've kind of turned and I've winded my way, and God says it's time to pray. He's asking me to join the energy of all of you. He wants me to amplify your prayers. And he says, we're also going to pray for the world. Okay. And so he's going to give me the prayer. Okay. And so he says, I, Christina, command miracles. I, Christina, command that all those are listening receive the energy of the quantum field in order to manifest their desires. He's saying with and through at the same time, their highest intentions and the highest intentions of the heavens. I, Christina, command that anyone that prays for a miracle be granted a miracle. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So it's like I'm viewing where we all entered and I saw the chair for the first time, but I can see that myself, my energy and myself and those extra chairs have gone really, really high up. It reminds me of like a power rod that it's climbed up, and now our platform is moving up. So my power, apparently it was my power that had gone up, and I'm hearing, and I raise the power of others beneath me. And now, so we're all standing on this platform, and this platform is rising up to meet the power. And as it's rising, I feel a lot of energy on my heart, on my chest. And I heard God say, "Let us begin." And so this platform is rising up, and it has arrived in the middle of the circle from yesterday where all the angels were praying with God in a circle after they had cleared our souls. And God is speaking to the angels. And it's in another language, but I'm trying to see if I can understand what he's saying. He's telling me that he's giving them instructions to deliver our prayers. He's telling me he sent one to help me with the pressure on my chest and my heart. So I just felt like I had to take a really deep breath. So if you're having any issues, you can call upon the angels, call upon God to assist you, and He'll be sending angels to help. I just felt the instinct to breathe deeply. God's telling me, my love, there will be several more episodes in this series, and then we will move on to something new. Let it begin, he says. So for me, that means like, there's some momentum building. He's starting the next thing now, is what I feel like, so that it can gain some momentum and it's ready for us when we're done with this series of the Grand Awakening series. And so I was just asking, is there anything else for today? And he said, yes. He's doing some sort of covering. He's almost putting like a dome shield over us. And now there's a second layer. It looks like the metaphor is like, those plastic Easter eggs when you take just a half of one, that it looks like he's kind of like dealing them out like cards and they're going over us, and then he's putting a second layer now. He's telling me it's energy protection. He said he'll explain more later. And so I'm just waiting as he's finishing. He's covering us all in these shells, shells of protection. And I saw him just turn around, and he's grabbing something from like an assistant, and it appears to be like a robe or a cape that he's putting on. And then he's grabbing a staff. It looks like a walking stick. It's taller than he is, and at the top, it almost looks like an egg shape stone. And I just see him kind of trying to affix this cape on himself, like he's readying himself. It almost like it buttons in the middle or something, and he's fidgeting with that button. And I'm just waiting now. I feel like we're just kind of taking our time because it's allowing all of these changes to slowly come to you and gently